Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekend vibe reading. This is just a collective reading. It's not for any specific zodiac sign. So like I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm starting out with the Prism Oracle, and then I'll be using the Spacious Tarot. And for the guidance and advice, I'll be using the Spellcasting Oracle deck. It is April 11th as I'm recording this. We have Sun in Aries, Moon in Libra. We will be having the full moon tomorrow on the 12th, which is taking place in Libra. So just know that the energy could be vice versa or interchangeable. Time as well as the energy is fluid. So, just take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend. Let's see. We'll get one more. All right. So, bottom of the deck, we have cleanse. And I'm not shocked because with the full moon in Libra, being tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised, if when I do that reading, the energy overlaps because the moon is already in Libra. But the full moon, I believe, takes place at 24 degrees. And right now it is at 4 degrees of Libra. But full moons are about releasing. They are about, letting go. Whether, that's emotions, thoughts. Sometimes it's even people, places, and things. But, it's Libra, so it's opposite to the Sun in Aries. Which Aries is a very individual energy, and Libra is a very it's a very social energy. It represents the seventh house. Aries represents the first house, naturally. So it's almost making me feel like, for some of you, depending on where Libra is in your houses, you could be, releasing something or someone or, a way of being, a mentality, a lifestyle, or, whatever it may be for you. But it's almost like there's a flushing that, is happening. Yeah, I like this. So then we have anxiety coming out, which is almost like the Nine of Swords. So some of you could be, it almost feels like alleviating something that's causing you stress, anxiety. It could be just, your own thoughts. Also with the Stop card, I'm feeling resistance. Because I almost feel like with the way the energy is feeling, and even the way I'm seeing this right now, is stop resisting. Stop resisting, which it's almost like what you need to do. Um, because for some of you, like, I'm almost getting like you're having a hard time sleeping for some of you. Feeling very like overwhelmed, stressed. And for some of you, this stop is like you wanted it to stop, but it's almost like, how can I say this? Like you need to, like, in a way, trust the process, because it's also giving me an energy of overthinking. Um, then we have protection up under it. And this is making me feel like for some of you, because they're saying confirmation, confirmation, because we have consciousness at the bottom. So some of you could be like, there's almost like an energy of, fearing, um, something coming to an end, something stopping. Um, but it's almost like confirmation that, I'm hearing like, I got you. I got you. I got you. Whether this is, you to someone, someone to you, but it really feels like spirit letting you know, like, I got you. Because they say you can't worry and pray at the same time. Gotta pick one. Because for some of you, it's like you're releasing like the spirit of worry, of anxiety, of for some of you even negative thinking. Because I'm hearing cleansing of the mind, cleansing of the mind. Yeah. Yeah, because then we have isolation with trust, and rest. Because consciousness is like, the expanding, at least to me, like the expanding of the mind. Um, where some of you may have had, it's making me feel like with this isolation, like a single track mind, or unable to see more than one's perspective, solution, outcome to a situation. And spirit is saying like, you know what, just like trust yourself, trust me, because if you do, it'll bring in this rest, which is like the Four of Swords, the peace energy. So from the 9 to the 4 is almost, it's that Five of Swords energy, which the Five of Swords has been coming up a lot, and or at least the energy in a lot of these readings. And it's it's the ego, it's that that competitive mentality, that need to win. And it's like, it's not one of my favorite cards, but let's see what's going on. Can I get one for the overall energy to start, spirit, for the collective as it pertains to the energy surrounding this weekend? We have trust. Yeah. And I'm hearing the heart, the heart. Your heart knows. So trust what you know in your heart. Can I get another one? And then we have success, which is almost like the sun energy. Um, yeah. For some of you, this is making me feel like, especially with flow at the bottom, that, you're headed in the right direction. Um, and the success doesn't have to be like something physical or material or tangible, but it could just be, the energy, the feeling of, feeling successful, or accomplished in something. Um, Even if it's just, feeling better. Like people, think that, good feelings or good vibes have to come from you getting something and from the outside world. No, sometimes you can give success to yourself. You can, you can harness or be in the energy of happiness or success within. Everything is not outside of us, is what it makes me want to say. For some of you, I do feel like, because what I'm basically doing is just reading the planets and how they're interacting with each other. But the way I explain it, I use things and situations that come, like, that we deal with on a day-to-day life. And like I said, with the sun being in Aries and the moon being in Libra, anytime we have a full moon, the sun and the moon are in opposite signs. But it makes me feel like I said, Aries being the individual and Libra, being social. Libra is the seventh house, which represents the house of partnerships, relationships, no matter the caliber of them. So for some of you, if you're in an energy where, you've been, perhaps alone or single, you could be, merging or joining with others. And for some of you, if you've been in a situation or aligned or merged with others or another, it could be the opposite for you. You could be separating. And I'm not saying that you are, but it all depends on how you're working with the energy. For some of you, I feel like, this energy is coming towards you with this flow energy at the bottom. I feel like it's coming towards you. Um, yeah, because then we have balance, which is, like the Libra energy. It's like the Justice card. Um, and it doesn't have to be a person. Like I said, it could just be the energy. Like, it's almost like for some of you, if that's the case, there's like going to be an energy, like it almost feels like you trusted what was in your heart, and now with the moon in Libra, you'll be seeing how, like the almost like the rewards from that, or like some type of recognition, or it'll be, shown to you. Can I get another one too? That was the energy card that tried to flip over. Yeah. But then we have stop. And that makes me feel like still that, like that resistance energy. Almost in a way like either you're resisting, this. You're like, for some of you, it could, with creativity at the bottom, you could be removing like a a block or a creative block that, for some of you, you may have been going through, but whatever it is, it's almost like you're either going to be shown what the block is or shown like what is causing, your creativity to feel or be blocked. But it more so feels like it's still that, resistance energy, you resisting like your own creativity. They're saying individuality. Which is Aries energy. Yeah. Funny love is coming out. Yeah, for some of you, you're like resisting love, or you resisted love, whatever that is, because that love feels like the Ace of Cups. And like I said, some of you can, see where your blockages are in regards to love and or relating, or even just connecting with another or others. You're seeing what the block is, or for some of you was, depending on how you're working through the energy. Because then we have intuition, which is having that that inner knowing. It's almost like you can't explain it, you can't your intuition is something that you can't see, you can't touch it, it's something that you feel. So for some of you, it's almost like you've been blocking like your emotions, like trying to go through life with the frustration card here, like emotionless, without feeling. And that is life, because emotions are water, and we all need water. So it's almost like someone has been trying to, has been either struggling with their intuition, which is causing that anxiety, like what in your heart. But for others of you, it's like you're almost resisting life. Like, feeling is a part of life. If you don't feel, then like it's almost like, what's the point? Like, so why go through life like trying not to feel? Like that's exactly how life is sprung. It makes me want to say, because then we have surrender. Yeah, some of you just need to surrender to the energy, literally. Because sometimes you guys know these cards can be literal. But yeah, that's what it feels like. Like, stop trying to, like I always say with this card and the depiction on it, fit a square peg in a round hole. It's not gonna work. So whoever is in this energy is like, very resistant to the one thing it is that they need. Like, because it almost makes me feel like, because they're saying thirsty, thirsty. Like, someone saying that, always saying that they're thirsty, but don't want to drink nothing. Like, I know that's dumb, but that, like, it really is. Like, you don't want nothing. You don't want no water. You just don't want no, you constantly saying that you're thirsty, but you don't want anything. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's what do you call it? Like an oxymoron. That doesn't make sense. Look, I told y'all that Five of Swords. I know I felt it. What's going on this way? because now I'm hearing even like restriction. For some of you, you may feel like restricted from, love. You may feel like, or you restrict your emotions or the way you feel about something or someone. Like you telling yourself you don't want it, but you really do. Like it's just, what's going on, spirit? Get one more. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands, which could be, travel, could be communication, um, messages, whether physical or spiritual messages. Um, but it feels like communication. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is, a very, it's an energy of reconciliation. It's an energy of, coming together with others or another that are, if it's reconciliation, like they're saying back into the fold, like, I don't know, someone could be wanting to come back into the fold with you or you them. Then we have the Star. Ooh. And the Ace of Cups. So that makes me feel like how can I say this? Like, I feel like either someone either wants to communicate or reconcile with like this star energy, something or someone that stands out. They're saying look up. So either you could look up to this person or this person could look up to you. Pardon the noise, y'all. But it's something that either like you love or they love with the Ace of Cups here, because I feel it. Here like that. Then we have Judgment with the Two of Cups and the Emperor. For some of you, you could be deciding to like either move away from like some type of group dynamic. I am getting that with this energy here as well. With the Three of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. And if that's the case for you, it's almost because like you're, stepping into this star energy for yourself, which is an energy of, hope, of healing, of faith, of, like loving yourself with the Ace of Cups. Because if you're in that situation, it's almost like you're the only one giving. Like other people are around, but you're the only one that's giving emotionally to a situation. That's what it feels like. And you're, with Judgment and the Two of Cups, you're deciding to almost like head towards something that's more emotionally balanced, where the exchange is equal. And then we have masculine energy here with the Emperor, which is also like that. As you see, it standing out as well. So this could be a masculine energy who's like deciding to go after what it is that they want with the Nine of Cups. So we got two cards of wish fulfillment here, the Star and the Nine of Cups. Both this masculine and the Star, I'm feeling as a feminine energy, both stand out in their own ways. Like it's like I'm almost getting like the Sun and the Moon energy here. Because the Emperor is Aries, and although the Star is Aquarius, like I'm being drawn like to the night sky. And we have just basically the moon that stands out at night. And then with the King of Cups, if this masculine energy has been like holding back or trying to restrict the way that they feel about something, it's almost like it's about to come to the surface, like, because now it wants to know like what's in this cup, either for themselves or like it's almost like a very intriguing energy that this person is feeling, if it's in regards to another person. Like the way they feel has been bottled up. So let's see what comes out. Okay. Can I get one for trust, please, Spirit? Can I get one for trust? We have Aries energy coming out. Again, like it makes me feel like the heart, trust what's in your heart. Be, the Aries is like the Fool energy. And I was, oh my God, because I was just getting ready to say the Sun is in Aries, but the Sun rules Leo. And what's in the heart, Leo represents the heart. Look what's on the bottom. Again, so go after what's in your heart. Take that leap of faith based on, what you know and, in your heart is all I can say. Yep, for some of you, it definitely is a connection, because we have the connection card that maybe you feel, isolated from or on the outside of. If this is, with you to another person, you feel very left out, or like you could have like, because I'm like, oh man, I never even noticed, but I just heard like lone wolf. If you're a masculine, you could have been in that energy, whether male or female, doesn't matter. But it's almost like you're at the Five of Pentacles, like you're again, like it just feels very dry. Like even my throat is getting dry the more that I keep talking. And you're like in search for water with the Chariot here. Like you're trying to like get there, but it's almost like it makes me feel like with this Five of Pentacles, like, I mean, I want to say that you're trying, but like, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it. because it's almost like because you can't see the way forward, or there's something that you don't want to see, don't want to recognize. And for some of you, it is a feminine energy, with the Empress here. Because you know what it makes me feel like? How it's almost like you're feeling this Five of Pentacles, like, because it's like you want to go towards this energy, this Empress energy, even if it's just the feminine energy within yourself. You're wanting that balance. But it's almost like, how do you go towards something that you block? Because for some of you, you block this feminine energy. Like it's almost like to the point where, or just the feminine energy in general, you blocked it off. But that's the way forward via this, the Chariot. Oh, Lordy Lord. Can I get one for success? Success. So many. We have the King of Swords, which is the Elder of Swords in this deck. And it's like you clearly see, at least what it is that you want. Or you will have, like, because I'm almost now getting this success as like clarity on the direction you need to go, looking at the truth of a situation. The King of Swords can be, very analytical, but he's also very, intelligent. And for some of you, you're being shown the way forward. I don't know if that's an eagle or a hawk, but some of you may be seeing like different birds, or they could be significant. Can I get one for a stop? Yeah, we have Capricorn energy. Yep, that restriction, that limit. Capricorn is Saturn, and it represents like the Devil card energy. So some of you, whatever this Capricorn energy is for you, that's what's either causing this resistance, or keeping you stuck and limited. For some of you, this Capricorn energy is almost like, with the Six of Wands, I'm getting like feeding your ego, like almost in a way that's detrimental to you. So it's time for you to like overcome it. For some of you, it's almost like leaving it behind. For some of you, you're just like giving up this Capricorn energy because it's not helping in your growth. And it's time to transcend from that. It's a very forceful energy, it feels like. Because it's a lot of cardinal energy out here. Aries, Capricorn, Libra is cardinal, where the moon is right now. For some of you, it's almost like attention. This energy could be, attention seeking, or causing you to be attention seeking. with the Six of Wands, because that's what that could be also. Give me 1 second, y'all. Gotta start my color. Or you need to stop giving attention to, the energy for some of you, because it is, like I said, Saturn. It could be, status, material, could be, addictions. Because it does feel like that devil energy. Can I get one for love? Why is love here for the collective? Can I get one for love, please? Oof. Yee. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, for some of you, with the Ten of Swords, it feels like, the Ten of Swords is Ten of Swords is an energy of, an ending. Whether it's the ending to a way of thinking because it's swords, whether there was some type of betrayal, but it almost feels like especially coming out clarifying love, like bad experiences that you've had. It's almost like being taken out from the root when it comes to love, which could be why you've been resisting it. So for some of you, I'm like getting the energy where like you may have chose money over love, or status over love, or career over love, because Capricorn can also be like your career as well. But you're seeing the root of that with this Ten of Swords. There could have been an ending or some type of betrayal, and it's almost like you're trying to like get back into balance, whether this is with yourself or with another person. But we have the Moon here. But it's almost like you're hiding this inner turmoil, this inner conflict of feelings. I feel for some of you. So let's get another round, and then we'll grab the guidance and advice. Can I get one for Aries? Which one's too many? Oh, can I get one for Trust and Aries? Trust and Aries. Those cards, please. Trust and Aries. Just one, please, Spirit. Where we at? Yeah, this almost feels like someone, like I feel like the energy of like someone that has shut down, like they're not connected, at all. Like, it's just blank. That's the only word I can think of. Or like lacking power or spark. Or, yeah, we have the Queen of Wands. And the Eight of Swords at the bottom. That makes me feel like give me one for Aries by itself, because that's feminine energy. And I'm almost feeling like this is like going towards an energy that you know you can trust, that you don't have to question. It's almost like almost giving me like a moth to the flame type of energy, if this is a masculine energy. But a Queen of Wands, like, she goes after what she wants. She, you know, is an energy that forges her own way. You know, she's very magnetic. So I almost feel like this feminine energy could be like, how can I say, like, just by being who they are naturally is like causing this internal eruption within a masculine energy. Give me one for this Aries. And I'm hearing so much to say. This person could want to say a lot to you or have a lot to say to you, or you them. Can I have one for Aries? I keep getting two cards that are flipping over. So there's something about, you know, the number 2. And they just keep coming out in 2 in pairs. Some of you may have a either Aries second house, or I'm also getting a Libra second house. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. Yeah, so this is that energy that is ready to move forward or toward. So if you're a feminine energy, you know, this energy could be coming towards you. And then we have the Strength card, which is, you know, it's Leo energy. Someone could be having the confidence to like finally decide to grow or expand themselves, having the strength and the courage to do so. Because, you know, it's drawing me back to the cactus, where, you know, cactuses or cacti, excuse me, you know, are able to like in a way survive in a very, you know, dry place because they're able to store water. But it's almost like again with the Five of Wands, there's a lot of internal conflict going on with this person in regards to this situation. But yeah, let's see what else we get. Sorry, I had to pause it for a second. Can I get one for success and this Elder of Swords? We have the Earth energy. So it's almost like this person knows what they want to, like, it almost feels like create. Because Earth, you know, it is material, you know, it's materialized, like it's something that is how can I say this? Because it's making me think of like, you know, a foundation, or, you know, like wanting something, you know, solid with integrity, um, something of value. Uh, because it's almost like this energy. We have Aquarius with curiosity, then transcendence, and the Four of Wands. So it's almost like this person, like they think, you know, very outside of the box with this Aquarius energy. It could be a very, you know, curious energy as well that this person has. So, like I said, it's like an energy of knowing what they want, knowing what they want to create, but almost needing to, you know, like shift. It feels like maybe even, you know, where they are, you know, like transcend from where they are physically, with the Four of Wands, because that's an energy of home. Um, like I'm getting the energy of like wanting to build a home, because now with the Page of Swords, it's almost like they're seeing it from a different perspective now. Like I don't know how to say this. Because it almost feels like, say this was someone who was like, oh, I don't want that. I just want this big house. Like, you know, someone that wants like and I'm not saying like this is a bad thing to want, but it's almost like this person had the mindset or mentality like, yeah, I want to have the big house and all the cars and, you know, like whatever the case may be. But it's almost like they encountered someone, or it could be vice versa, who was like, well, I want to build my house. Like, because then that way, like, it's, you know, it's tailored to me. I don't, you know, I want to build my own house. You know, I don't, maybe this feminine energy doesn't care to have all of the accessories, but they want to build their house, where this person could have even been like, nah, somebody's going to build it for me, or I'll have people build what I want for me, you know. And now it's almost like they're coming around to like a different perspective, and like almost realizing like they truly deep down want the same thing. That's just an example though. Because it feels like this feminine energy is very passionate, very focused, very like almost like determined on what it is that they want. And it's the Queen of Wands energy. It's very like attractive. Like I say, I just feel like magnetic. So it's almost like anyone that comes around this feminine energy is like almost like, I don't want to say like they have to be, but it's almost like it's very transformative for whoever comes in contact with this person. I feel that very strongly. Because it's like just their energy. Like it's, and they're saying invigorating, inspiring. Um, yeah, that's what it feels like. Can I get one for stop and Capricorn? Stop and Capricorn. So many. and Capricorn. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Explorer of Pentacles, and that makes me want to say, like, yeah, like for some of you, it's almost giving me like the energy of hesitating. Um, for some of you, this energy is like in a way almost slowing you down. It could almost also be stopping you from using your intuition or hindering you from it because it's it's limitations, it's restriction, it's really like that devil energy of Capricorn. Like it's stopping you from growing. From the Knight to this is a Queen of Pentacles energy, or like feminine energy as well. And it's almost like, how can I say this? Um yeah, it's stopping like your own evolution. If this is another energy for you, like another person outside of this energy or people, because these could be, it doesn't just have to be one person, it could be multiple people um in this energy for you, however it goes. It's almost like, yeah, these whoever's in this Queen of Pentacles energy, where like as a high priestess you can see further. If you're a masculine energy, then what's right in front of you, this energy can't. So that kind of reiterates this King of Swords energy. Look, you're up here, this person is on the ground. So it's like, if it's another person or other people, it's like they're doing you a great disservice because they're keeping you stuck and not growing. They're blocking you from what it is that you want. This Ace of Cups, the water. They're keeping you from the water. And your intuition is telling you, like, yo, it's right there. You see how that wave is right there. I get one for love and the Ten of Swords. Love and the Ten of Swords. I can't make this shit up. Water. Yeah, so some of you, it's almost like what you're coming to realize is like, for some of you, you may be afraid of water, like literally. Because then we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom. But like I said, for others of you, you're seeing that there was something, deeply rooted that caused you to restrict love in your life. And if you're a masculine energy as this King of Swords with the Ace of Swords, which is between this 9 and this 10, you're seeing it clearly now. And for some of you, it was being tied to like earthly or material things or people or people that are like that. Some of them could have just been very, like there was no spark, there was no creativity, no passion, no drive within, these people or person. Like there was just nothing. Because this is very dry energy over here. feels like maybe there was a fear with the Seven of Wands of, you know, in a way, like leaving people behind, going in a different direction than, you know, those around you. But you got to do what's best for you, what gets you out of this energy. Can I get one for the King of Swords? And give me one for the Queen of Wands. I just want to see what this person, this feminine energy. All right, so for the King, yeah, see, I told you, the King of Swords knows what he wants to create, what he wants to build. The Ten of Pentacles, which is a legacy, you know, family, something that's, you know, long lasting, that's, you know, very, you know, abundant and fruitful with this Earth card, something that, you know, where it's like, where things can grow. But right now there's something missing. There's an Ace of Pentacles that's missing. There's something missing. Whatever that Ace of Pentacles is, I don't know. We'll see if it, you know, see where the Ace of Pentacles is. For this feminine energy, yeah. We have the Curiosity card coming out. Where this person, like, they could have, it's not even about having an imagination. It's just like this person, like the way that it's almost like it makes me want to say like their brain works, like they're very, you know, connected to who they are at like a neurological level. So, you know, it also like breeds curiosity from others. Like, because then we have the Three of Wands that came out. Like, yeah, this person, it almost like they could also like make people think, they could like light the way forward for others. Like I said, because I feel like when anyone comes in contact with this person, they're saying forever changed. So it's almost like this feminine energy has impact. Which is higher than influence, in my opinion. Wow. Give me one for this trust card. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so now it's almost like whoever this masculine energy wants to, like, again, like I said, see what's, you know, it's not like now they're ready to explore themselves emotionally outside of, I knew it, this devil energy where there is like, there's no water. It's that Capricorn energy, like they're ready to come out of the dark. It almost feels like they're ready to trust themselves. Yeah, whatever this devil energy is, they're leaving it behind with the Six of Swords. Because it's almost like there's no peace. There's no peace. With that energy, there's no peace. Give me one more for this Ten of Swords and water. This is seeing what's in their heart, going following their heart, really. That Ace of Cups. And for the water, look. Like I said, things, if the cards kept flipping over in twos. So it's almost like this person with water and the Two of Cups coming out. Like, again, just reiterating that they been restricting the very thing it is that they want, whether it's a person, their own intuition. For some of you, this feminine energy could be like a high priestess. So they can see through, they harness this Queen of Pentacles energy as well, where it can, like on the outside, it could be as if they're like kind of aloof, but really they can see things that, you know, others can't. Like, it's almost like from the outside looking in, someone may perceive this feminine energy, which I also feel like now coming out with this energy is the same as this Queen of Wands. Like, they could, you know, some people can perceive them as very, you know, isolated, alone, like they really don't have anything. But it's almost like, because because this is I hate even saying this, because it's just a perception of, you know, like people think that, like, oh, if you don't have that big house or you don't have that luxury car, like you don't have nothing, like your value is nothing. Nah, it's almost like this person knows how to hold on to like their value in a way that doesn't need to be seen. So it's almost like, it's not, it's almost like being satisfied with the simple things, this feminine energy, because they have that inner knowing of themselves, and what's, even if things are not, you know, right in front of them, they can still like intuit, they can see it, they can feel it. So it's almost like, yeah, it's almost like, yep, like I said, it feels like this person, this feminine energy, can be perceived as very aloof, but they're very, very, they're a high priestess. It's almost like because they know themselves, it gives them like the ability to know, you know, like everything outside of them too, like, and not in an egotistical way, but in a way of just like, it's almost like this person sees things, you know, as they are. So that's, you know, that's wisdom in itself. They're not, you know, someone who is deluding themselves or trying to make something look like something it's not. They're not bound by like the standards of the world. They're not afraid of being alone. And it's like, ooh, I like that. Like, it's like people kind of like want to relate or connect with this person. This masculine definitely does. But let's grab the guidance and advice. But yeah, it's almost like I said before, this masculine, what they've been resisting is what they really need. That's the guidance and advice, Spirit, for the collective as it pertains to the energy surrounding this weekend. Get one more. bottom of the deck, we have reconciliation, which, like I said, for some of you, this could be someone, coming back around, because it's almost like, and especially with this full moon and, this weekend as well, which we'll do a separate reading for that if I'm, guided to, but we may not even need to. Finally, like, seeing what it is that they want with career here. And for some of them, they just want peace. And we have finding, and it's making me think of, like, how sometimes they say you have to lose yourself to find yourself. This person is, maybe they, lost their way. I know we picked up on that in one of the last few readings, but it's almost like now I'm hearing Jaheim's finding my way back. And he says, trying to find my way back to you. Yeah, but like I felt that energy in the beginning, like wanting to come back into the fold. Like, what's the guidance or advice? Oh, sheesh. Right out the gate. Like, spirit ain't playing no games. We have justice coming out, which is Libra energy, which speaks to balance, to fairness. It also speaks to karma. But it almost feels like something being made right. So it says justice. The magical guidance. It says, they say that all's fair in love and war, but the balance is not tipped in your favor right now. Someone's being unreasonable, so take a step back and weigh up the situation. It may mean that you need to summon up your inner strength and face your opposer, but be assured, for you have all the tools necessary to win. Decisions have been left unmade, and there's time to renegotiate. Remember always that the universe supports those who stand in their truth and integrity. When you look for the best possible outcome to suit all parties, you can be assured that fairness will prevail. It says, you're being treated unfairly for the magical meanings. It's time to weigh up a situation. Justice will prevail. A surprise makes up for something lost, and a decision goes in your favor. So this makes me feel like with this coming out, there was some type of wrong that was done. Whether I don't see it here, and I don't know, I don't feel it here. But it also just feels like there was a lack of, like, someone not knowing what they wanted. So it's almost like they resisted someone. They could have even resisted this feminine energy over here. Not to say that that's the case for all of you, but whatever it is, they resisted. We've seen it up here. Love, something that was offered to them, an Ace of Cups. They resisted it. And, chose, like I said, I felt that energy of choosing money or work or status over love. So it could have severed a connection with the Ten of Swords. There could have been even, the Ten of Swords also represents like a betrayal or an ending that it almost feels like, this was like almost a defense mechanism for like a masculine energy, and now it's almost like they're seeing like the error of their ways. Either way, justice is here now to balance out the scales, and whatever way that it's fit for your situation. Can I get one for this star card? Yeah. We have Cancer energy, which is that cardinal water. Yeah, they tried to stop that water, but you can't stop water. You can't. They tried to resist it or run from it, whatever the case may be. Look, and then we have the Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment. They block, it's like whoever this energy is, they block their own wish. It's almost like they settled. Oh. Can I have another one? Yep. Look. The Ten of Cups. Damn. They resisted, they blocked something that, like the potential for this Ten of Cups, where this was leading to, it was leading to the Ten of Cups. They put themselves on the outside of it via the Hermit, but now they're realizing that. Oh, yeah. Look. The Hermit and the Empress. Wow. I know we said we was going to check to see where that Ace of Pentacles was. Where is it? Here it is. It's between the Ace of Wands and Taurus. Because that's what's missing in that Ten of Pentacles energy. So it almost feels like what's missing is either, for this masculine, is how can I say it? Like, because Taurus is fixated Earth. It's a, a very stubborn energy, in both positive and negative ways, because with Taurus, they go after what they want. They are very focused and fixated on things of value. So with this and the Eight of Wands, it's almost like what was missing was this person's, like, what's the word I want to use? It really was just their lack of focus on like trying to figure out what it is that they wanted, or knowing what it is that they wanted, because Taurus is an energy like it likes the finer things in life. It's the bull. It's determined to have that, which we felt that as well, but it's on a higher octave. How can I say this? It's like being able to, like, because I'm getting like the energy of comfort, to like hold on to it, to nurture it, to harness it, because Taurus is also the second home for the moon. The moon is exalted in Taurus, but is ruled by Cancer. So it's almost like what was missing was like this person's, I almost want to say, dedication to what it is that they wanted. And now it's like, now that they know what they want within their mental body, as the King of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity with the Ace of Wands to go towards that now. Like, I almost feel like get the missing piece. That's what it feels like retrieve it. Can I get one for justice? Yep, and we have the Knight of Wands. And that just makes me feel like, yeah, this energy, like it's I don't know, like this person, because the word I just heard was non-committal, which is what the Explorer of Wands is. Like they just chase thrills and excitement and, you know, fleeting passion and desire. Nothing that sustains in a way. Like Leo is fixed fire, so that is like that the spark, the flick is Aries. This is Leo. That's Sag. When you think of the modalities of the fire sign. So this is that strength energy, having that consistency, having the willpower, the desire, the strength and courage, like almost to endure. So it's like that's what this person was lacking. Or you, however it resonates for you. Because then we have the strength card at the bottom. So it left them, you know, stuck and stagnated as the Hangman. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to call this, y'all. This is a lot. It almost feels like, yeah, this energy is done with. So like justice is being called on that Knight of Wands energy. But as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that this resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope everyone, you know, enjoys their weekend. If I decide to do the full moon reading, it'll be posted sometime on Saturday. I'm not sure yet when I'll get it done. If I get it done, when I get it done. But as always, I thank you all for tuning in. I hope everyone has a safe and enjoyable weekend. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right? Later.